If you've just read the specifications to this 450 Himalayan from Royal Enfield, you're probably very excited like me, but I have two things that popped into my head. One, is this a legitimate story? And two, what kind of adventure bike are we really looking at here? Are we just getting another slightly upgraded Royal Enfield Himalayan 411? Or is this possibly the 450 single cylinder 40 horsepower rally bike that so many people have been wanting? Let's find out. So as to the possibility of this bike, we're talking about Bike Whale here, who do have a fairly good track record of getting things right with Royal Enfield. They seem to have a fairly close relationship, but at least in this context, they're fairly accurate. Not always, but most of the time they're fairly accurate. We've got the fact that North American and UK media have caught on to this and have republished this article. That does give more credence to this being a possibility. But this remains a possibility, not a certainty. It's only a certainty if Royal Enfield themselves confirm this model. Until then, it's just in the realms of possibility. So keep that in the back of your minds as we move forward in this video. Let's talk about those specifications. Royal Enfield have said this is a dedicated adventure bike aimed straight at the CB500X and the 390 Adventure and is meant to be dirt capable, more dirt capable than the current 411. Bike Whale are claiming this is a completely redesigned bike, so new engine, new frame, new everything, so not a thing shared with the Himalayan 411. That is very encouraging news. So we're talking about single cylinder 450cc motor making 40 horsepower. That is very exciting. That's almost double the power of the 411. Other big things to note are a claimed 21-inch front wheel. You put a 21-inch front wheel on your bike when it's for proper off-roads. Very encouraging that there's a 21 on this bike. They've also said that this is going to be lighter, longer travel suspension, and more clearance than the current 411. All of those things aren't hard to do though. I want to point out the 411 is quite heavy, is quite low to the ground for an adventure bike, and doesn't have the best suspension travels. All things you need to kind of keep objective with and not get too excited about. So let's talk about what exactly we could see from this bike. I basically want a CRF 300 Rally, but with that 450cc 40 horsepower motor. If they did that, game over, as I can't tell you how much I get comments in my channel about wanting a single cylinder 4 to 450cc motor that makes 40 horsepower, big tank, long travel suspension, decent ground clearance, wind protection, can do single track to multi-day adventure trips and commuting. A do everything Swiss Army knife rally bike, and we haven't seen that on the market. It's really frustrating. I'm almost sick of talking about it, but I'll never stop until we get one, and I would really like to see Royal Enfield come to the table. To take things down a notch, I don't think they're going to do that. Basically, we've got a suggestion of what this bike is going to be. We know it's going to be more dirt capable than the 411 Himalayan. Of course, that's not difficult, as I've pointed out, but we can also get more information from the fact that they've said this is going to be roughly in competition with the CB500X and the 390 Adventure. Now, clearly they've been quite smart here, because both the CB500X and the 390 Adventure, they lack that 21-inch front wheel. So if they make this even mildly more dirt capable with spoke wheels and at least average suspension travel and clearance, I think they really could carve out quite a niche for themselves. Because not only are you going to be getting people that want to downsize, you're going to be able to get beginners that perhaps want a little more power than what the 411 offers, or you've got people that have had the 411 for a few years, want to stay in the Royal Enfield ecosystem and now have something to upgrade to. The other thing I wanted to point out is that they said that this bike could be out in 2023, so this could only be a year away. I'd love to know what you guys think though. What will Royal Enfield come to the table with here? Do you think they'll follow their track record of something a bit heavy, a bit less off-road capable than the rest of the competition, but offer a lot of value? Or do you think Royal Enfield will really shock the world here and come to the table with something quite dirt capable? Let me know in the comments section down below. And until next time, guys, don't forget to stay shiny side up, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.